Hi students, good morning. Today we are going to learn some new topics from chapter 2 data file handling. All of you turn your page number into 4.15 for chapter 4.15 in your textbook. In this today's class we are going to learn few topics. They are appending to file, binary file operations, relative and absolute paths, and standard file streams. These are all the things that we are going to discuss and learn about deeply. The first one, appending to a file. What is appending? In the early classes we have learned that the file concept has three modes. One is read mode and write mode, and the last one is append mode. Read mode is used to view the file where we have stored the data as output, and write file that is used to make some output in with the help of input, and append adding a data in the stored element. Already stored data, we are going to add some additional data, that is known as appending. So how we are going to add those kind of the data in the Python language that we are going to use with the help of data filing concept called appending. Append means to add to. We can add something in the particular thing. If we want to add more data to a file, what can we do? So there will be a format using the access mode called A, which helps us to add more data in the file. It will be called appending data. In such case, use the access mode as A mode, because read mode that is used to identified by R, as well write mode identified by W, and appending mode is used to identified by A mode. Let's see the things theory as well practical. Here when you open for writing, if your file that is already exists means the stored file, then append data to the end of the file. So the appending data will be added at end of the file only, not in the middle or not in the front. That is called append, because in the previous stored file I have stored 10 elements. If I want to add new elements in the file, those new elements will be added at the last place only, 11th position and 12th position. That is called appending data. And we can use the A mode to open an output file in append mode. So we can, if we want to add a particular data in the stored file, first we have to open properly, then only we can add. Then the steps we have to follow to create append data in the stored file. If the file exists already, it will not be erased. If the file does not exist, it will be created. So when, if it is not deleted, the particular file will be always open for us to do something. But here if we have a data to be added in the file concept with the help of append data, we can add only the possible of file concept should be there, means file will be there. And when data is written to the file, it will be written at the end of the file's current contents. Let's see the syntax of the appending data, how we can append data. So always the file object, file variable or file handle equal to open of particular file name where we are going to add the data to be appended, and along with A mode. A mode represents appending data. Here A stands for append mode, which allows to add data to the existing data instead of overwriting in the file. So we are doing properly. First we have to open, and we have to find whether we are going to read or write or append. So here we are appending the data, so we have to open properly along with the file object, then we can add the data in the file. For example, the F is a file object. I'm opening the file where I'm going to add a new data. The test.txt is already stored in the particular folder of Python programming. So we are opening that folder and we are going to add those new data in the stored file. So the new data will be arranged at the end of the line of the file. Let's see the program of append data, how we can append the data in the stored file. So using the syntax of append data, f equal to open of test.txt. Here I have opened the file, the particular file where we are going to open. This is the file f equal to open of test.txt comma a, that means appending data. So I am going to add. So if we want to add means we have to write on the data. F dot write of simple syntax of the language, and the next line makes Python programs easy to read and write. So these kind of the two statements will be added in the test.txt along with the mode A. Means these two lines will be added at the end of the file. See here I am interpreting the program. If it is no error, it will produce a result by giving the printf statement more data appended to the file. The message will be passed in the output screen. So we have gotten the result, which means we have stored appended file in the test.txt file. Let's check whether the file having the current new added data or not. Yes, simple syntax of the language. See, it is added at the last of the end of the file and makes Python programs easy to read and write. So now we are going to give one concept. Design and code a program that asks the user to input their name along with age and store the data in the file. So get the name as a input as well, get the age of the user and process with that. Along with that, those kind of the things should be added in the file. Let's see the program. See, name equal to input of enter your name and age equal to input of enter your age. Now f equal to open of user details txt. So user details txt is a text file which we have to create before creating the Python program in the Python directory folder. So first we have to simply open the user details.txt with the help of notepad, and that should be saved in the or stored in the Python directory folder. Then only we can add or we can write something on the folder. It will be open for editing, and along with access mode A, that means append mode, to be added in the file. So f dot write of name and f dot write of age. So I'm closing the function. Now I'm interpreting the program. Now it will ask user has to give name and age. So after giving that, we have to know whether these two statements should be added or not. So we'll check the program. In the folder, we have to open the folder of Python where this user details.txt is stored. If we click, we'll get the answer of John and 17, but whenever we have created this notepad file, at the time we didn't type anything, just we have opened and saved as user details.txt. Then after that, giving program, in the program we have given the values. Those values are added as a data in the text file. This is called appending a data. Here we don't have any previous data values are stored, so the new values are added with the help of append mode, a mode. So we have gotten the result only at 2 at the last position. Next one is the important thing, binary file operations. What is binary file operations? In Python language data file handling concept, we have two types of files. One is text file, another one is binary file. So the text file already we have saw, and we have seen some of the programs of the text file, how we can enter, how we can get the result, how we can process it, those things that we have learnt. Today we are going to learn about binary file operations. So binary file operations means what? So we have some idea about what is binary. Binary file is which human cannot understand those concepts which can understand by computer. If we wish to write a structure, for example, list or dictionary, if we are going to make in a file concept, means we have to make it clear of what is list and what is dictionary. And then if we need to use the Python module pickle, so here we are using the new term called pickle as a module from the library that we are going to import. In C, C++ and Java, we have used some header files to be added in the particular program for a particular concept to finish the or to get the result of a particular task. So here we are using the module that is pickle. Pickling refers to the process of converting the structure to a byte stream. So what is the use of this pickle? The pickle is a term which can be processed of converting from one form to another form, which means high level language to low level language in the concept of binary file operations. See, the pickling is a process whereby Python object hierarchy is converted into a byte stream, which means from high level language to low level language. While reading the contents of the file, a reverse process called unpickling. Unpickling means from binary byte stream to normal hierarchy. That is called the unpickling. Is used to convert the byte stream back to the original structure. Back to original structure means that is it can be processed or converted the original form of the structure. It can be a high level language. And pickling is alternative known as serialization, marshalling or flattening. These are all the three additional names of pickling. But however, to avoid confusion and some mistakes, the terms used here are pickling and unpickling. Pickling is the process to convert from the structure to byte stream, high level language to low level language stream. And unpickling, it's a reverse process of converting unpickling to normal one. Steps to have binary operation. What we have to do in the binary? First we need to have module that is to be imported. So in the C or C++, Java, those concepts we have to have some header files to be used. For example, if I want to have max calculation, so I need to use max.h, those kind of the header files in the particular program where I'm going to process or calculate. Like that, here we have to include some module from the Python library. Then it provides two main methods for the purpose. Those are dump and load. We are going to import one module from the Python library. As well, we have to use two main methods are used here. One is dump and load. For creation of binary file, we'll use pickle.dump. So to create a binary file, we are using pickle as a one of the header files we can see from the Python. So it's a module. In C, C++ we are saying header file. In the Python we are saying it's a module. So pickle.dump off. First we see what is dump off. The dump off function is to helpful to rewrite the object in file which is opened in binary access mode. So the dump file function are used to write some file objects which is opened in binary access mode. So here the syntax dump of object comma file object. So the dump is a keyword, an object where we are going to use along with the file object. Let's see the example. See here I'm using a pickle concept along with the dump. So already we have known that the dump is used to write. Dump is used to write in the binary file. So this is the program here. See the definition and f operation is a function here. Definition, f operation is a function. So in the function and the keywords we have to follow with colon, that is a structure. Okay, now we are importing the pickle from the Python library. After importing the list one, I am going to have 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 100. Then now I am going to open the list dot date, that's a data file. Dot dat is a data file or binary file. We have two files, one is text file, another one is binary file. This concept we are learning binary file. So list dot dat along with write of binary, we are writing the binary file, so that's why we are giving wb. And pickle dot dump of list one comma f, that is a syntax. So the syntax are highlighted here. Pickle dot dump of list one comma f, which means in this we are going to write the list one in the list dot date file, means the binary file. Finally, if it is added in the original file, we will get the result, the message to be sent by interpreter in the Python program itself, that is the statement list added to binary file. Finally, we are closing f dot close off. See, after interpreting the program, if we have any errors, it will be shown immediately by interpreter because it will not move on to the next line. But here we have gotten the result. The result is, if we call the function if operation function, we will get the statement which shows that the particular message to be added or particular message to be written in the list.dat file. Next one is load. First one we have seen what is dump. Dump off is used to read. Dump off is used to write the file, and load that we are going to learn now. See, syntax of the load is the same thing. Object equal to load of file object. Object equal to load of file object. See, the load of function is used for reading purpose. For that purpose, the load of is used. See the program here. Here we are importing the pickle as like that. F equal to open binary file dot dat. So students, make clear that while you are creating a text file or binary file, before starting the Python program, you have to create a file in a text file or binary file in the Python directory folder. Then only you can access those files to be affected or edited. Otherwise, we have to give the complete path of the folder where we are storing. It is a little bit difficult. If we miss any particular thing, we will not get the output. The output will be cracked, so we can't get the output properly. So that's why we are giving the proper name. See the bin.file file dot dat, which means the binary file. The binary file in a read in a binary mode. Binary mode. So dictionary one. The dictionary one is a file equal to object equal to pickle dot load of f. So I'm going to load f, which means f dot close off. The print dictionary one. So can you remember this? In the previous program, in the dump dot file, those program we have used to give this kind of the things as input. Now we are loading for reading purpose, that is for writing purpose, this is reading purpose. So we have stored the Python 90, Java 95, C++ 85. These marks are added already in the binary file data. That's why we are getting the result. The next one is relative and absolute paths. The relative and absolute paths, why we are using these things? What is the use of this relative and absolute paths? First, we have to know about directories. The directories which we are having in the Python language, files are organized into directories, also called folders. We can call these kind of a directories also folders. In each and every running program, it has a current directory, which is the default directory for most operations. For example, while opening a file for reading, Python looks for it in the current directory. Like that, we are using the directories and folders. The next one is the OS module. Here we are having OS module. Normally we can understand about what is OS, operating system. It is acts as an interface between the user and hardware. That is different. Here we are having module, one of the object we are going to inherit from the Python library, that is OS module, provides functions for working with files and directories. It will be helpful to know and understanding the concepts of how the files and directories are working with functions. For example, here we are going to use os.getCwd. CWD means that is one of the functions current working directory. CWD stands for current working directory, that is used to where it is working, in which particular folder this program is storing. So those things that we are going to learn. See here, import OS, the OS module has imported, and current working directory, short form of CWD, equal to os.getCwd off. Here I am printing the CWD, which means where the particular file is to be stored, that is a current directory or current folder, that is in the Python 32 to 30, 38 to 32. In this folder only these files are storing. This is called the absolute path and the relative thing. Alternatively, if we don't want to use that, means we can use f equal to open test.txt. Here the test.txt is the relative file path, because we'll have the same thing of the text file as well in the Python file. Text file is stored where the actual values are stored with the help of Python program. That is different one. And test.python program py can be stored separately in both folders. So that is the same directory. The Python program and external file. External file is the text.txt, must be in the same directory, else we will need to enter the file path. Otherwise we have to enter the complete path. These complete path where the folders, the Python 32 to 32, 38 to 32, no, those kind of the full path should to be entered in the program. Say here I have two folders, sorry, two files, that is text file of Python or test file of Notepad. So these two files are in the same folder itself. That is the relative file path. The next one is standard file streams. What are all the standard file streams we have? The standard file streams are three streams. Before seeing that, we'll see about some introduction about the standard file streams. We use file objects to work with the data file. Similarly, input or output from standard input-output devices is also performed using standard input-output stream object. Since we are using high-level functions for performing input and output through keyboard and monitor, that is the usual way that we are doing, such as evaluating function, an input function, and the print statement, we are not required to explicitly use input output stream object. For those programs we are not using anything, just we are processing with input of function or evaluating the function of input modes. So those things that we have seen in the class. Now the standard streams available in the Python are three standard streams. One is standard input stream and standard output stream. The another one is standard error stream, because these three things we are getting in the each and every program. We are getting the input as well output as well. If it is the input is not correct, we will get the error also. So these are all the things. The standard streams are described here in three ways. See, these standard streams are nothing but file objects, which get automatically connected to your program's standard devices. When we start Python, in order to work with standard input-output stream, we need to import sys model, that means system model, sys model. The methods which are available for input and output operations in it are real function or reading a byte at a time from keyboard. Write function for writing data on console. For example, write means what? We are going to give the input, that is the write of function. Here the three standard streams are described. First one is sys.standardin, when a stream reads from standard input. The next one is sys.standardout. Data written to sys.stdout typically appears on your screen but can be linked to the standard input of another program with a pipe. Like that, the connection will be there with the input and output. Then sys.standard error messages are written to sys.std error. So these are all the things are common things. Let's see. The first one, here we are importing sys, and then f1 equal to open of or, here for read mode, or that is for read mode. And here we are using r of test.txt, and first line we are going to read line of f1, and second line from the test.txt file. This file is very first, the very beginning we have used this file in the program because it's a relative file path in the Python program. Then we are writing the line 1 and line 2 and line 3. So when we interrupt the program, we'll get the result what of the data which is stored in the test.txt. So here is the result. Hello students, you are learning with Python. First line, second line and third line are handled. See, this is different file. st file stream, it's a Python file, but the Python file is showing the test.txt file with the help of this import sys. Yes students, I hope you understand the concepts. So we have finished the fourth chapter. In the fourth chapter we have seen the data file concepts of three processes: read mode, write mode and append mode, and also how to open the file programs we have seen. So these are all very important concepts. If we have any doubts, we'll discuss and we'll clarify your doubts. Thank you.